Okay, we ready? Let's enter them all in.
Oh, Sam's back. Hi, Sam. Hi, Sam. Can you hear me?
Not everyone.
Hear
Let everyone join
Hear
in.
Sam.
Let everybody in. Hello. I can see. Hi.
Hi.
Oh, there you are.
Hi, Katie.
There you are. Hi, everybody. Let me just let everybody in.
Now we can start cooking.
Okay.
Now, what are we cooking again?
All righty. Hello, everyone. Can you give me a thumbs up? Can everybody hear me? Oh, hello, Bellies. There you all are. Nice to see you all. Lots of familiar faces from last week. You're all set up. I can see you. Good job. I'm just going to keep letting other people in as they join. Oh, I love all your aprons. My goodness, there's some nice aprons out there. You all look like real professional chefs. Okay. Now, today we are making, last week we made muffins, didn't we? But today we are going to make a chocolate and oat slice. That's right, Estelle. So this one's going to need different utensils, not too many, but we won't be using a muffin tray today. Today we will be using a big slice tray, like a big rectangle one, okay? If you have that, that's perfect, okay? Yeah. Okay, so let's get started. Now, the first job that we are going to do is a job for the adults, or if you're a big kid can do this. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to put the oven on, okay, at 180 degrees.
Your hair's so cold.
Alrighty, so has everyone got their oven on? All ready, steady? Now, you know that if you want to, thanks for all the thumbs up, kids. You know that if you want to talk to me, you absolutely can. You just need to unmute yourself, okay? And then you can just say, Katie, I need this, or I need help, okay? Or ask a question, whatever you might like to do. So the oven is on. The second job, which, depending on how old you are, you might need somebody to help you, but we're going to melt our butter. Okay, so what we need is 125 grams of butter. Now, you can either melt your butter in the microwave with an adult, or you can melt your butter in a saucepan, okay? So whatever you might like to do. So Audrey's going to come and melt my butter for me.
Can you melt the butter in the oven?
You can just put that in there. Yep. Okay, so Estelle just asked if we can melt the butter in the oven. Great question, but the answer is no. We're not going to put our butter in the oven, okay? So we're just going to put it in the microwave or in a saucepan, okay? We're going to put ours in a saucepan this time and just let it slowly melt. Alrighty, so once our butter is melted, we're going to put it aside and we're just going to let it cool, okay? So don't touch it because it'll still be really, really hot, but we're just going to let it sit and cool off because we'll use it a little bit later, okay? So anyone that's just joined, all we've done so far is we've put our oven on 180 degrees and then we're either in the process of melting 125 grams of butter. And once we've done that, we're just going to set it aside and just let it cool, okay? So just bear with me because I'm just letting other people in. Okie dokie. So 125 grams of butter and our oven is on. Good job. Okay, once you've done those jobs, can you give me a thumbs up just so I know I can move on to the next step, okay? Lots of thumbs up. Good job, team. Wow. Okie dokie. So the job we are going to do is we're going to need a sifter, and we're going to sift half a cup of self-raising flour. Okay, so half a cup. So that cup will have a 1/2 on it. Okay, so look for that one, and we're going to do half a cup of self-raising flour. Okay, so Lucy, you can do this job.
I could talk. Or keep talking.
Alrighty, can you put that in there, please, Lucy? Into the sifter. Good job. Oh, excellent. Lots of little chefs putting their half a cup into the sifter. Well done. And then shake it if yours needs to be shaken, or you might need to squeeze the handle if you've got one of those. Lucy,
Katie? Katie?
Hey, Katie. Oh, yeah, Matilda, yeah.
How much flour? Mommy!
Cup.
Okay.
Half a cup of self-raising flour.
Self-raising.
And then you shake it or you squeeze it or whatever your type of sifter is. Now, Audrey, can you keep it on that butter, please? Okay, now, if you've done that, the next thing you're going to do is put half a cup of plain flour, okay?
Can I do that one?
Yep, so you can do that. So again, the same cup, but this time half a cup of plain flour.
Plain.
Katie,
Yeah.
do you sift it?
Yes, we are sifting this flour. If you haven't, don't worry, it's not a big deal, but we are sifting it. Okay, so we've got half a cup of self-raising flour sifted and half a cup of plain flour sifted. No, that's all, thank you.
Katie, where do you get these recipes?
Where do you get the recipes from? Like for me, where do I get them from, or where can you get it?
Where did you get the recipes from?
Where do I? Good question. It depends. Some of them have come from my family, so from my sister or my mum or other family members. Sometimes I just get from the internet. There's lots of different places, or I've got lots of recipe books that I like to use as well. So there's so many recipes out there. It's a really good question, but you guys could definitely find lots of recipes out. Yeah, that's right. Exactly. That looks like a great one, Dougal. Well done. Okay, so we've got our half a cup of self-raising flour, half a cup of plain flour. Next, we're going to put 1 cup of oats. Okay, now we don't need to sift the oats. We're just going to put 1 cup of oats.
Excuse me, Katie, we've got a question.
Yes, go for it.
How is plain flour different to self-raising flour?
Well, self-raising flour has got a different, self-raising flour has got a different type of, what would you call it, like raising agent? Yeah, and so what that means is that when we cook self-raising flour, it puffs up, okay? So it's called a raising agent basically, but when you cook with self-raising flour, you get more of a puffiness. Whereas with plain flour, it's more dense, okay? So today we're going to have half and half in there. So it'll be a little bit risen, but also a bit dense as well. Very good question. So 1 cup of oats.
Mom, please, I have a little. Do I just tip it in right now, Mom?
Yep, just tip it right in. Yep. Yep, okay. So we're all up to speed. Thumbs up. We've all got half a cup of flour, half a cup of self-raising, half a cup of plain, and 1 cup of oats. Good job. Okie dokie. Next, we're going to do 2/3 of a cup of coconut. Okay, so this cup will have a 2/3 on it. Okay.
Can I do the coconut?
You can find that for me. A 2.
Where's the coconut?
Find the cup first.
Oh, cup.
So a 2/3 on it. That looks about right this time. This one. Okay, so 2/3 of a cup of coconut.
2/3. How did a third? Oh, 3 cups.
Not 3 cups. Please don't put 3 cups of coconut in. 2/3 of a cup of coconut. Good job.
Not much.
Yeah, we probably might just not use our hands though. We might just do it like Okie dokie. And then tip it in. Looking good, everybody. Now, once you've put your coconut in, you can give it a bit of a gentle mix, okay? Because that's our dry ingredient, so we can give it a bit of a gentle mix. Lucy. That's fine. It's melted. Okay, yeah. Sorry, that's off. Yep. Okay, so our butter's melted now, so we're just going to let that sit aside and cool off. And we're going to give it a gentle mix, nice and gentle. So holding it onto the bowl, try not to flick it everywhere like can happen sometimes. Save mum or dad or your carer the cleanup. Nice gentle mix. Alrighty. What do you put in that one? Okay, yep. So Lucy, you can have a mix. Once you've given it a gentle mix, we're going to put in 2/3 of a cup of packed brown sugar. So what that means is we're going to squash that brown sugar down. So it's like making a sandcastle, I suppose. You know, when you pack the sand down nice and hard, that's what we're going to do. So 2/3 of a cup and pack it down. So then we get the full amount, okay? Good job. So that's right, Audrey. So pack it in.
I want more sugar too. Big one.
Yeah. Okay. Lucy, you need to give it a bit of a mix. So pack it down. Good job. All right, everyone's looking very professional. Give it a little mix if it needs. Okay, so now the brown sugar goes in that bowl with the other dry ingredients, okay? So plop him in. Not eating the whole canister there, Sam. Okay, and again, a nice gentle mix. Keeping your, oh my. Right, can you mix that for me, please? 3-year-olds in the kitchen are lethal.
Like this little 3-year-old.
Yes, this little 3-year-old. Alrighty, so give it a nice gentle mix once you've put 2/3 of a cup of packed brown sugar, okay? So give it another nice gentle mix, trying not to flick it everywhere. And you want it all combined, okay?
Like that one?
Yep.
So they can't be any chunks.
Yep.
So they can't be any chunks.
Yep, no chunks. Nice and mixed. Okay, now in the recipe, what we need to do now is put 2/3 of a cup of dried fruit. Now, it's up to you what dried fruit you would like to use. We're going to use apricots today, and Audrey's going to chop them up for me. We're a bit sick of sultanas in our house, but you could use anything. You could use sultanas.
We don't have dry fruit. Excuse me, Katie.
Tell me again.
We don't have dry fruit.
If you don't have dried fruit, that's absolutely fine. You don't need to put any in.
That was Finn.
That was Finn. That's okay, Finn. You don't need to have any dried fruit if you don't have any. You can just have a chocolate and oat slice. Don't worry.
Hello, girls.
Hey, hi.
I've got this.
He's there, can you see?
But
you can get any dried fruit that you like. So if you're sick and tired of sultanas, that's absolutely fine. We're going to use apricots, and Audrey's going to chop them up for me, okay? Watching fingers, okay? Alrighty. So tell me, what dried fruit are you all using? I'm curious to know what our favourites are.
Cranberries and sultanas.
Nice.
We've got some seeds, some dry apples, some cranberries, some sultanas, and some apricots.
Oh, yum. Cranberries, I can see.
We're using sultanas.
Apricots.
We don't have any sultanas. We're using chocolate. That's cranberries.
Cranberries, yum. If you don't have any, absolutely fine. What are you using, Tess?
What do we got?
Date.
Cranberries.
Oh, yum. Good job. Yep, perfect. Excellent. That's good. There's a nice big mix. And that's the good thing about cooking. You don't have to always do exactly as the recipe says. If you don't love sultanas, that's fine. You can use something else. But what I will say is that it's always really important that we do try new foods. So you might look at it and think, I do not like dates. But if you actually tried a little date, you might find that you actually really like them, or you like them in a recipe. You know what I mean? You may not like dates or cranberries on their own, but you might put them in this recipe and find that you really like them in this slice. Okay, so it's always important. Yep, it's a really good slice. But it's just important you try new things in different ways. Okay, that sounds great. So putting all of your dried fruit in, whatever you like to use. Audrey's chopping up apricots for me. Yep, that looks very good. Well done. Excellent. Okay, so while we're still dealing with our dried fruit. Yeah, that's fine. Was that talking? You okay? Alrighty. Now, the next thing we're going to put in, which my girls have been eating all afternoon, is choc bits. Okay. Now, I've got a question for you.
Yeah, Mom.
I've got white choc bits. I've got these choc bits, which we call dairy milk.
And dark chocolate.
And I've got dark chocolate. Can anyone tell me what is the difference between these three chocolates? I don't know names, but there's, Georgia K. Can you tell me the difference?
They might taste different.
Hold on, they definitely taste different.
White chocolate is better.
Sam prefers white chocolate.
Half a cup in and you can have some.
Dark chocolate has more cocoa. No, it has. Dark chocolate has less sugar.
Spot on. That's exactly right. Great answers. So white chocolate is white because it has no cocoa in it. Okay. And then we go to dairy milk chocolate.
Is that enough?
A little bit more cocoa in it. And then we have dark chocolate, which has got the most cocoa in it. Okay. So you'll find that dark chocolate tastes a bit more bitter and not sweet. Okay. And it's the cocoa that's in the chocolate, the stuff that's good for us. Okay. So chocolate is delicious and we should have it occasionally and as a bit of a treat. It's probably not every day, okay, because it might start to wreck our teeth or not be great for you're enjoying that white chocolate, Maddie, I can see. But it's up to you whether you would like to use white chocolate or dairy milk chocolate or dark chocolate.
Mix it.
Okay, so what are we going to use? White chocolate, dairy chocolate or dark chocolate? Okay, we're going to use white chocolate today. And we're going to put in half a cup of chocolate.
Chocolate in.
Putting the chocolate in. Good job.
Tip your chocolate in. Tip it in.
Okay, now, as all good chefs do, they try their produce. So we're going to have to sample these white chocolate bits and make sure they taste okay.
Can I can.
Oh, Finn's having some. He's making sure it tastes okay.
How much chocolate, Katie?
Half a cup, Jem.
Oh, sorry. Thank you.
But of course, if you would like to go heavier than that, go for it.
I think not.
We could do both. They'll look good.
So we're going to have an apricot and white chocolate
Just want to eat it.
slice today. Of course, you can have whatever
It has
combination.
one. It tastes good.
Okay, so everybody, need that a very gentle mix, please. So is everybody up to speed? Thumbs up, or do you need me to go through? Hi, Xavier. Everyone's sorted. Oh, look at that. Georgia. That looks fantastic. Well done, Pens is right. Yep. Good. I think Ivy's just eating chocolate. That's good.
Katie.
Yeah.
Same.
Hi, our Zoom wasn't working. Have we missed the egg step?
No, we haven't got to the wet ingredients yet.
Okay.
Oh, I just
Want
can't.
me to run through it?
Give it to me and I'll eat it all instead of adding anything.
Hey, Violet and Renee, are you up? Do you have all of your dry ingredients in the bowl, or do you want me to quickly?
I can't have in yummy chocolate. Is this stuff?
Because I thought that was already in there.
That you're right.
Yeah. Thank you.
Is this dark choc?
Okie dokie. So if we've all got hey Lloydie, if we've got all of our ingredients in there now we can start adding our wet ingredients. Okay. So
Why is there black in the egg?
is that what everyone's looks like? All mixed. All our dry ingredients. Yeah, looks good. Tess, well done. Everybody, perfect. Kate, looks good. Excellent. Okay, so now we're going to go back to our, before we do our butter, we need to crack an egg, okay? Depending on how big your eggs are, you might need 1 or 2 eggs, okay? So you guys decide. I'm just going to use 1 egg, but you guys might like to do 2 if you've got little eggs, okay?
No, she doesn't say to do it.
Oh, it's just the bowl. Okay, that's a double egg.
Remember, crack your egg on the side and then open him up, okay?
Katie,
Yeah.
do we do it in the same bowl?
Well, it's up to you. I'm putting it into another little bowl just to protect me from getting lots of shell in mine. But if you're a professional egg cracker, you can go for it straight into
Okay.
That's good, I am.
And then once you've cracked it, then you're going to give it a bit of a whisk, okay? So you're going to give that yolk and the white a whisk.
Where's the whisk?
Or you can just use a fork too. Yeah, you don't need a special one.
That's definitely not going in there.
So give him a whisk. Okay, so once you've done that, what we're going to do with our dry ingredients, and if you've already put it in, that's fine, Hannah and Sam. But sometimes what you can do is you can make a well in your dry ingredients, okay? What that means is you just make a bit of a hole in the dry ingredients, and then once you've done your egg, you're going to tip it into that hole.
Is this done?
Yep, that's done. Stop. Okay, so Audrey's going to tip our egg into the well, and then we're also going to tip our butter in there as well.
Tip the egg in.
Chocolate chips in the well.
Just stop.
Mm.
Okay, so then very carefully, still be,
It's leaking.
we're
Okay.
going to put our butter into the well as well. Well.
Ready? Want me to do it?
Tipping him in.
That's it.
Yep, and then everyone will get a mix. Yep, Lisa's going to go first.
I want to do this.
We are going to give that a really good mix. Okay?
It's supposed to be whisk.
No, butter, the eggs are whisked. We've already done that.
No, we haven't.
I did it.
Good job. Get those muscles
Really
moving. Wonderful.
Just stir it up.
Muscles looking big. Yep.
The chocolate's melting.
Yep. And that's okay. The chocolate will melt a little bit, but that's okay because we're putting the hot ingredients in, okay? Oh, good job, Poppy Burley. I can see you there doing mixing. Good girl.
Hi.
Hi. You're so clever. Look at your big muscles doing all that mixing. Good girl. Well done. Okay, so we want all of those ingredients combined together, okay? So keep mixing. Okay, Stella, you'll go.
Thank you.
Yeah, don't flick it. Okay. It's quite a hard, yeah, beautiful Tess, good girl. It's quite a hard, stiff mixture, so try not to flick it. We're just doing nice, gentle mixing.
Lick.
Yeah.
Lick.
Audrey, you can have a mix for me, please.
We're using our hands.
Oh, go for it. Whatever you need to use. Right.
Excuse me, Katie.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, hi, wave again.
Hi.
Oh, hi. Now oh, there you are. Tell me, what's your question?
What's your question? So we're a little bit late on, but it's okay. We've caught up.
Because we had to see each other because we go to doggy daycare.
Oh yeah, we had to send the dog off to doggy daycare, as you do.
Oh, that's an important job. That's okay. That's very important that you take your dog to daycare.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for coming, though.
Thank you. Thank you for hosting. It's very good.
Oh, good. Have you caught up, though, Miriam?
Yes, we're just doing the melting. We're melting the butter and the egg. We've cracked one egg into it, which had a shell in there, but we're fixing that.
Extra protein, that's fine. Okay, so everybody's still mixing. Now, the other day I made this recipe and I melted my butter, and when I was getting it out of the microwave, I spilled all my butter on the floor, and it was a big, big mess. But that's what happens sometimes in cooking. It doesn't always work out perfectly, but that's okay. What did I do about it? Oh, I just cleaned it up and start all over again, yeah, basically.
We spilt the butter everywhere too.
Oh,
Our butter blew up in the microwave.
Yeah.
oh, how good.
Thank you.
So good. And butter's really easy to clean up, so that's great. But that's what happens. Cooking isn't always a success, but we keep trying.
Amazing.
So this is what mine's looking like. If that's what yours is looking like, you're on track. Beautiful, Tess. Excellent. I can see some bowls. Yep, Addie, good girl. The Burks are looking good. Yep. Tegan and Co. Excellent. Twins, Ken's and Lotta looking good. Excellent. Lots of busy hands, mixing and mixing. McCulloch's, yes, Kate, looking good. Oh, I don't know kids' names. Annie's Galaxy, Max, excellent. Kira, oh, Violet McGill, wonderful, good girl. Grace and Ivy. Oh, so many beautiful looking slices. That's great, everybody. Maisie and Dougal, yes.
When do we stop mixing?
When it's combined. So once it's combined, you can rest your muscles and have a break.
Is what it should look like.
Yep, okay, so you sit down, Estelle. Okay, so if you finish mixing, what we're going to do now is we're going to grease our tin, okay? Because we need to do that so then when we put our slice in, it doesn't stick to the sides. Now, you can either use some baking paper, or if you've got like the oil spray, you can give it a spray, or you can just wipe some butter on it with some paper towel or something like that. Yeah, so everybody grease it. No, Audrey's doing that.
Yes, carbon.
Okay, so we're going to grease our tin. Yeah, try and spread it. So try and spread it all the way around. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Oh.
All right, so now give Stella a go, please. Yep. Okay, good job. So make sure you greased it really well so then it won't stick.
This is my last white chocolate. If not.
Alrighty, so once it's greased, what we're going to do then is we're going to put all our mixture into the tin, and then you can get the back of a spoon or something, and we're going to gently press it down to make it a nice, smooth, flat surface in the tray, okay? So we're going to put our mixture into our grease tin. I reckon that's pretty good, Stabelle. I think we can leave that now. Hang on, I've just got it over here. Okay, so nice and gently tip it in. Let's just, can you, how about I hold that and then you tip it in.
Can I do some too?
Just gently, don't flick it everywhere. Audrey, don't flick it everywhere. And then very gently and carefully, we're going to press it down into our tin so it looks like a slice.
Kelly.
Katie.
Katie.
Yeah.
We've flattened ours out.
Oh, you are racing ahead. That looks amazing. Look how delicious that looks. Well, good job, team. So what you'll be able to do, if your oven has come to its heat, you'll be able to put it in. Oh, well done, Ken's and Lot. That looks brilliant. You'll be able to put it in the oven.
Let's do that.
And then you'll be able to get it in. Now, the recipe says you cook it for about 20 minutes. But again, remember last week we spoke about how do we know when something's cooked? Because every oven will be a little bit different, okay? So Kenzie and Lot, can you tell me what was one of the things that shows us something is cooked?
It's brown and it smells good. And if you put one of the cake testers in the cake or a knife and it comes out dry, not wet and mushy, that means it's ready.
Spot on. Excellent. So that's exactly how we're going to know if our slice is ready to come out of the oven or not. It's going to, yeah.
So we've put ours in our cake tin.
Mm.
So now can we put it in the oven?
You sure can. Go for it. It's ready and in the tray, you'll be able to put it in the oven. Beautiful test. India, Max, looking good.
Katie.
Yeah. Is that you, Izzy?
Oh, that's Katie.
Yeah.
My cousin used to work at Beechworth Bakery.
Oh, we need your cousin to come and do a cooking class. Imagine what they would be able to make. Imagine. That would be delicious, all the beautiful things. Oh, and Poppy Burley is doing the best bit. She is licking the spoon. So if you would like to lick your spoon.
I've already done that. Yeah.
Well done. Who's saying yes? Indy, Matilda?
What degrees do we put it in the oven for?
180 degrees. Good job. Well done. Seeing everyone cooking up a storm. Yep. Oh, yeah. Good job, Poppy. Good job. Okay, so we're smoothing out, slicing. No, not you guys are not ready to lick yet. We're trying to lick before we've even finished the job in this house. So once yours is in the oven, just like last week, we won't stay online until it's cooked because I know that you guys are professional chefs now, so you'll be able to tell when yours is ready. But once you've cooked it, you'll be able to get mum and dad or your carer to take a photo. We've gone rogue here at my house. And then you'll be able to send it to me, okay?
Done? Yeah.
Good job. Yep.
Thank you. Thank you. So sorry, Matt.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you, everyone, for coming to my cooking class today. Thank you.
I want to say thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank
Thank you, everyone. Thanks so much for coming.
Thanks,
Katie.
Katie.
Thank you.
Thanks, Katie. Thank you.
Hope your slice is delicious.
Thank you.
And I hope you take care.
Katie.
Wednesday.
Thanks, Katie.
See you, kids. You did so well. See you, Poppy.
Everybody.
Kids, bye, Florence. Enjoy licking those spoons.
Bye.
See you, Georgia.
See ya. Bye.
See you,
Bye,
Wednesday.
Katie. Bye, Katie. Bye, Katie. Bye, Audrey. Bye, Stella. Bye, Lucy.
Sam.
Okay,
See you
hang
later.
on.
No.
I'm gonna be the last one to leave.
Bye.